Starting as always with the Philosopher's Stone. The first scene we have here is during Harry's times with the Dursleys, knowing nothing about the wizarding world.
And smile. Vernon, just look at him. I can't believe it. In just a week he'll be off to Smeltings.
Caveat Smeltonia. Proudest moment of my life.
Well, I have to wear that too.
What? You go to Smeltings? Don't be so stupid. You're going to go to the state school where you belong.
Also seeing Petunia dyeing Dudley's uniform for Harry, which was mentioned in the book.
But that's Dudley's old uniform. It'll fit me like bits of old elephant skin.
It'll fit you well enough. Go get the post. Go!
Next is an extended scene about what happened between Snape and Harry.
Clearly, fame isn't everything, is it, Mr. Potter?
Clearly, Hermione knows. Seems a pity not to ask her.
Silence. Put your hand down, you silly girl. For your information, Potter, Asphodel and Wormwood make a sleeping potion so powerful it is known as the Draught of the Living Dead. A bezoar is a stone taken from the stomach of a goat and it will save you from most poisons. As for monkshood and wolfbane, they are the same plant which also goes by the name of aconite. Well, why aren't you all copying this down? Gryffindors, note that 5 points will be taken from your house for your classmate's cheek.
Moving on to the Chamber of Secrets. This scene is right after Harry ended up in Bergen and Berks. It's about Lucius Malfoy selling his artifacts.
Touch anything, Draco.
Yes, Father.
Master Malfoy, what a pleasure to see you again. And young Master Malfoy, too. Delighted. I must show you, just in today, and very reasonably priced.
I'm not buying today, Morgan. I'm selling.
Selling?
Draco? You are aware, no doubt, that the Ministry of Magic is conducting more raids on private houses. There's even rumors of a new Muggle Protection Act.
Pure wizard blood is counting for less everywhere, I'm afraid.
Not with me. Anyway, I brought a few items from home that might prove embarrassing for the Ministry to call. There's poisons and the like.
Look at this.
That particular item is not for sale.
I understand. It has unique qualities. One wouldn't want to see it falling into the wrong hands.
You can keep the box. What did I say?
Touch nothing.
Exactly.
Sorry, Father.
Come on, we go.
It's a pleasure to do business with you, Mr. Malfoy. Always a pleasure. Looking for something?
No, I'm just in the wrong place. Sorry. Thank you.
In this scene, Ron is trying to remember where he heard the name Tom Riddle. It's a cool one because in the book he was cleaning his trophy in the trophy room while in detention.
Marvolo Riddle.
Tom Marvolo Riddle? Hang on. I know that name. But I know that name. Of course. That night I had detention. My job was to polish the silver in the trophy room. I remember. Because I kept burping up slugs over Tom Riddle's trophy. What was the trophy for? He won an award 50 years ago. Special services to the school or something.
50 years ago, are you sure?
Yeah. Why?
Don't you remember what Malfoy told you? The last time the chamber was open was...
50 years ago. But that means...
Tom Riddle was here, at Hogwarts when it happened. What if he wrote about what he saw? It's possible he knew where the chamber was, how to open it, even what sort of creature lives in it. If so, whoever's behind these attacks wouldn't want this diary lying around, would they?
It's a brilliant theory, Hermione, but there's just one flaw. There's nothing written in this diary.
In The Prisoner of Azkaban, only in the book it was revealed who replaced the fat lady's portrait when she was attacked by Sirius. It was Sir Cadogan.
Who dares challenge Sir Cadogan? Back, you scurvy braggarts! You roar!
He's back in mass.
What do you expect? After what happened to the fat lady, none of the other pictures would take the job.
But he keeps changing the password. That's twice on it this morning. I've taken to keeping a list.
Farewell, comrades. If ever you have need of noble heart and steely sinew, call upon Sir Cadogan.
Yeah, we'll call you if you ever need anyone mental.
There was also another scene in which Sir Cadogan was involved, but I've already put it in this video. Make sure to check it out. But for now, we move on to the Goblet of Fire, starting first with a Durmstrang student asking a Ravenclaw to the Yellow Ball.
Would you please come to the ball with me?
Next one is the trio discussing what's happening inside Hogwarts and how dangerous it might be.
I'll cover this up, you watch. Fudge will sell his soul before this gets out in the Daily Prophet.
Why?
Look, nobody liked Crouch. I know this from my father. Loads of people wanted him dead. But he was a ministry official. It's not even like he turned up stiff at Nocturne Alley. He was murdered at Hogwarts. This is a big deal.
Can't be coincidence. Harry's dreams, his scar hurting, the dark mark, his name coming out of the Goblet of Fire. Surviving the tournament isn't the answer anymore, Harry. It's bigger than this. And I really think you should go to Dumbledore.
Yeah.
The Order of Phoenix. The first deleted scene is quite hilarious. It was after the twins ruined the Great Hall and fled away. The next deleted scene is in the Forbidden Forest. Umbridge showing to Harry and Hermione how she hates children.
You know, I really hate children. You really are the most untidy creatures. Lord knows I've tried to help you. To instill discipline and respect for decorum, I've tried my very best to bring order. Yet at every turn been assailed by chaos. I mean, look what you've done to me! I cannot take it anymore! But I must. Authority must be upheld. And sometimes the ends do justify the means. I think certainly no one could blame me. And if it falls to me to sort out the mess, to tie up the loose ends, then so be it. for the greater good. I will do what must be done.
In the Half-Blood Prince, I couldn't find a lot of deleted scenes, but I got some scenes that contain a different dialogue than the one in the film.
So tell me what Arthur said.
If Dumbledore is travelling, then it's news to the Ministry. But what about this? That night at Morgan and Burke's, Draco was looking at a vanishing cabinet.
What would Draco want with a vanishing cabinet?
You tell me.
He looks different, don't you think, Draco? Almost ill.
Who could tell the difference?
Lav, come on. I'll wear it.
You need us, Harry.
Just do me a favour. When I'm around, keep the snogging to a minimum, please.
Like that's going to happen. Besides, he's barking.
He says the same thing about you.
Yes, but I'm exceptionally perceptive.
You're brilliant. You're both brilliant.
The Deathly Hallows Part 1. Arthur Weasley meeting with Harry and Ron in the Ministry of Magic was one of the deleted scenes in the movie.
I understand, Wickham, but I can't be a party to that. Hello, Reg. I understand Mary's coming in for questioning today. Try to have faith. If there's anything that Molly and I can do to help...
Don't tell me. It's raining in the Axley's office again.
Tell him to try an umbrella.
Arthur. You know you're being tracked, don't you?
Is that a threat, Uncle?
No. It's a fact. They're watching you.
In the Deathly Hallows Part 2, the next deleted scene is before the trio lift to Gringotts with the Goblin.
How will we know what it is when we get in there? Horcruxes can be anything.
I'll know.
How?
I don't know how to explain it. But I'll know.
This is the closest I could find to what you described. Perfect.
Thank you, Fleur.
You're leaving, aren't you?
In the morning.
And Griphook?
He's coming with us.
Listen, I know goblins. If you've struck any kind of bargain with Griphook, you must be exceptionally careful to live up to it. If you don't, he won't be forgiving.
The sky has lost a star. My father used to say that when a child died. Funny how Mr. Dobby knew exactly where to find us.
It's funny. Hogwarts? It's not the place you left, you know. It's not the same.
Neither am I.
Always good value. I'll miss her. What do you think?
I wouldn't know you if I didn't know you.
gonna tell me what that is?
You're gonna think I'm mental, but more than once when I've looked into it, I think I've seen Dumbledore.
Bloody hell, that's a sight.
Well, how do I look?
Hideous.
A brief conversation with Aberforth was made into a deleted scene.
The order's finished. You know who has won. Whoever says otherwise is fooling themselves.
We need to get into Hogwarts tonight. Your brother gave me a job to do.
Did he now? Nice job. Easy? No, I reckon not. Piece of advice. My brother's dead. So unless you fancy joining him, I would forget about any job he gave you.
Professor Dumbledore cared about Harry very much.
Oh, funny then. Because it was the people my brother cared about that tended to get hurt.
And finally, we're finishing this off with this beautiful deleted scene.
You shouldn't have! It's Teddy who needs you.
He'll sleep till dawn and snore like his father. It's you that needs me tonight.
As I said earlier in this video, if you want to watch the other deleted scenes videos I've made,